So I asked for your advice on how to rearrange the workshop, and I'm sort of there. So do you want to have a look and see where we're at? Okie dokie then. First off, look. Check out the sunshine. Man, it's a beautiful day. It's been a beautiful day. A little bit fresh, not as nice as yesterday, but it's still good. Don't want to show you that bit in the back there, do we? Look, right, so. Let's have a look and see where we're at. So you will have to excuse, because we've had a busy day working. Look at all this birch ply, look. Do you know how much money's worth is sat on this desk right now? A ridiculous amount of stonks, man. Ridiculous. Right, anyway, so we have the usual bit of the workshop that you all know and love. And then we had something arrive. Look at this. This thing is a beast. I don't know if you can see, but so this is a 14-inch radial arm saw with a single phase 16 amp power supply, which is awesome. I'm super excited to get this set up. It does need a bit of cleaning up. It is old, but like, check out, this is a 4-inch man column on it, and it's a beast. It uses like 1/2-inch bolts on there to hold this thing down, and it took 2 of us to carry it in. It was heavy, proper heavy. But yes, this is an old school Wadkin BRA 350 or a Wadkin 350, so 14-inch saw. It is going to be amazing. I'm super excited to get a dado on there, maybe a thin one, and and have some fun with it. And obviously we have the Multico mortiser stood there right there, and then we have like this little area here. So the way I've got it set up is I've got the bandsaw here. Obviously you're going to be cutting and running through over there. We have the oscillating belt sander, the drum sander, and the soft form drum sander, and then the dual drum sander here. And then I have the extraction just there. Plain as, like I said, it's a bit of a mess. So I've extended out. We swapped the extractor over. It was over here, now it's over here. We've got some 16 amp extension leads to run from here to there and there to there, just to fix everything up. As you can see, we've got a lot of floppiness going on at the moment, because I still haven't decided how I'm going to sort out the piping, like the flexi pipes and stuff. Because I don't know if you know, but flexi pipe, the last time I bought some was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was like $3.50 a meter, maybe £5 a meter. It's really expensive now, so I'm trying to make do with what I've got. I don't really want to buy any more, and I especially don't want to cut anything, because I have a feeling we're going to move the rack, which is going to be effort, proper effort. Let me show you. So one of the reasons for having everything like this is because I want to create a sort of workbench space. I want to free up this area on the wall and everything for storage. The problem that we've got is the racking is in the way. Now, I have a feeling what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and push up against the back wall, which is going to free up a bunch more space here, which means I probably will have to get some more 6-inch ducting, extend that out, and just turn everything around and create a bit more space. Ultimately, this here is what everything is being built around, this and this. So the radial arm saw and the mortiser, that's like our starting point basically. I need to have as much room as I can to the right of the saw, and I want to have as much room as I can to the left of the saw, so that when I bring the big timbers in, like the 3x9s and the 4x8s and stuff like that, I don't want to be screwing around with them too much. I just want to be able to go put them on, move them to where I need to cut them, and then just cut them, because obviously they are mad heavy. And so yeah, so that's the thought. Well, that's the thinking, right? I think ideally this is going to get built up a little bit. I have some 22mm flooring spare, like the chipboard, tongue and groove stuff. I have some of that kicking around from another job. So I think what I'll do is, and because it's sort of like slippy and stuff like that, I'll probably make the tabletop out of that. And then obviously you can see there's a bit of a height difference. Oh, I can't. Here. It's been a long week. There's a bit of a height difference over here. So what we're going to have to do, lift this up. And then once we've lifted that up, I think what we're going to do then is probably continue the workbench out a little bit, sit the mortiser in the middle, and yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Because really, like I said, what I want is I want as much workbench space over here, just for ease of use really, because it's fine having the big heavy timbers in here, but if I'm on my own, Michelle's not here, then it's just an absolute pain in the butt to move them around. So yeah, so that's the basics of it. Really, we're sort of, I'll be honest, I don't really like it. I don't know whether it's got to grow on me or not, or because I haven't been using it properly, because obviously we've been working with the table saw and doing all this nonsense this week. I'm not massively excited about it, which is a bit rubbish. And like when I did the blue bit and I redid all of this, I was super excited about it. I was really pleased with it. When I put the saw in and figured all that out, super excited about it. But the rest of it, the way it's all set up, I'm not a massive fan. The problem is like, I think ideally that racking in the corner needs to be moved. That's a lot of work, and I have a lot of work on. And I'm trying to make content, and the weather's warming up, so there's stuff we want to do with the time that's not in here. So it's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt. I think what we're going to do is what we've done is get everything set, maybe get the saw running, get all that set up, get it all fettled and cushy. And if you're watching, Russ, thank you so much for bringing it over. He brought it over from Wales because he was going to go pick up a spindle moulder from London. Dude's a legend, man. Can we get all this pulled out, start using it, and then see how we get on, I think. But would you like a little close-up on the Multico and the radial arm saw, hey? So here we go, look. This thing is a beast. So I don't know if you can really see that. It's 240/50 7/1 theme. So I assume that, well, it's not come from the factory like this. At some point, somebody's put a single-phase motor on it, or it did come from the factory like that, and it's just old, and that's how they came. I'm not too sure. It was supplied by Smith Woodworking Machinery Specialist. It always makes me sorrow when you see an old telephone number, so there's no one. But yeah, it's stupid. I'm getting old. It always makes me smile when I see stuff like that. This thing's a beast. This is all cast. This section's all cast as well. So I assume, I don't know, but I assume this comes off, that slides on, and we grease it all up, get it all square, get everything sorted, and we're away. I think that's going to be a video in itself. If you're interested in watching that, you have to let me know, because I think that'll be an interesting build and setup and sorted. And then once it's all running and everything's squared away and we can cut with it and work with it and earn some money with it, then at some point I'll paint it, because it looks a bit naff, doesn't it? And it needs a bit of love. And then this is the Multico Mortiser. So this thing is a beast. Just look at that rack and pinion on the back there. That's mad stuff. That is mad stuff. And then, yeah, it's all cast. It turns nicely, goes in and out. Chisel change is easy. I don't know, what more can you ask for it, really? Again, really excited to start using that and make some money with that and this, because it's going to be awesome. But not just make some money with it, have some fun with it, do some proper joinery, because, again, quite excited about that. But yeah, just before you go, let me show you what I've sorted out. So, I know some of you weren't. You were just like, this is a bad idea, Josh. But, we've got it. And I'm super excited about it. For those of you who don't know, this is a big CNC router. So it has little motors. Well, I say little, these are NEMA 34. So it's big. I think they're as big as you can get. There's one on each axis. That powers the gantry that moves up and back. There's one on the back, powers it going this way. And then there's one inside the top here that does the axis goes up and down. As you can see, they milled it with the actual CNC, so that's interesting. Surprisingly, it runs on ball screws. I didn't realise it ran on ball screws for all the axis, which is awesome. Let me show you. So you can see, yeah, there's a ball screw, and then there's a linear rail underneath the ball screw. It's difficult to see, but yeah, very cool to have that. Just those, because they're 3 meter, just over 3 meter ball screws. Just to have those is mad money. That's going to be another video in itself as well. I'm excited to get that up and running. Because again, for the production work that we do, being a business and not just a hobby channel, it's we need to make money. And that machine there, as well as these ones here, are going to help me make money. And money puts a smile on my face, because it feeds my children and it keeps them happy, especially when they keep tearing their football boots and their shoes and just eating me out of house and home. But yeah, so anyway, so that's how the workshop looks. We've got the radial arm sawing, awesome. Got the Multico mortiser. We've got this little area here, which I'm not too sure about. I have the extractor over in this corner, and then we're probably going to have to move the rack in. Please let me know what you think to what I've done. Do you think it's a good idea, bad idea? Do you think it's going to be awesome when I get it all sorted? Would you like to see me finish the rest of it off? Would you like to see a video on the radial arm saw? Would you like to see one on the massive hunk of metal, massive paperweight that I've got, which is the CNC at the moment? But yeah, it's awesome. I'm tired. I'm going to pack up and go home and maybe even grab a whiskey, I think, because I am shattered. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little run around. Please let me know if I've forgotten anything, or if you'd like to know anything, or if you have any questions on anything. And yeah, you have a great day. Take it easy, and I shall catch you on the next one. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hey!